What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week. I am your host, UnrealEntGaming, everybody. Welcome back. It is officially, quote-unquote, springtime, which means the snow is finally over. I cannot wait, man. It hasn't snowed in about 2.5, 3 weeks maybe. I don't want to jinx it, but I mean, it has been getting a little, better outside. But when the weather is better outside, just expect to see a lot more vlogs from myself, from TKD Rebounds, from Space Age Gaming, Contagious Viper, and the whole charade. So I'm really happy that the weather's going to be good. So many things happening within March. I mean, literally, Infamous Second Son. You had Titanfall, South Park, The Stick of Truth, The Walking Dead episodes. Just everything has just been so awesome in March. I mean, literally, just over a year ago today, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods was released, and it was just an incredible film. So I think in homage to Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, I'm going to go back and watch it one more time, as I think you all should as well. But anyways, everybody, enough with that. Moving on to the questions here today. I have a lot of questions to answer. I apologize once again if I don't get to answer all of your questions. But let's get into our first question of the week, which is from...
Yo, what's up, man? It's TKD Bounds, your best friend. Again, I do have some more fan mails questions, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it, all right? My first question is, how long do you plan to do indie shows? Do you plan to do it for years, several months? Just let me know what you think. My second question is, how many bitches you smashed? 15, 107, 300? I don't know, I'm just saying. My third question is, if you were in the WWE, right, what makes you special? Like, what would you do to upbeat anyone? What makes you the unique character to stand out and make you rise to the top? My fourth question is, if you would, who would win in a Taekwondo fight, me or you? I don't know, me because I got the black belt. My fifth question is, if you had the rights to Dragon Ball Z, what would you do? Would you leave it as is, or would you change it? And my fifth question is, what do you think about the new Samsung Galaxy S5? Do you think it'll upbeat the Apple products on their phones? Do you think it'll be the number one seller? Do you think it'll be okay? So let me know what you think on that. And my final question is, who's your best friend? No, that's me. But my final question is, what do you think about my character Poodles? The Pop 12, Pop 12. Alright, man, so this is me, your best friend, TKD Miles, right? I look forward to hear from you, right? Peace. Stop, you fucking blinding me, stop.
Yo, that had to have been the funniest outro I've ever seen. Stop it, you're branding me, I can't see. Oh my god. And why are you sending me fan mail? I don't get it. It's like, why don't you ask me this in person? Like, you see me, well, you don't see me all the time, thank god. But you see me enough. How come you don't ask? Like, you ask me the dumbest questions in person. Like, yo, man, what kind of stuff should I get in my taco? Why the fuck do I care? Jesus Christ, Justin. Anyways, everybody, for those of you that are fans of me, you might want to check out and subscribe to my friend Justin. That was him just now at TKD Rebounds, Bounds with a Z. He's an incredible person. So to answer your first question, how long do I plan on doing indie shows? Honestly, as long as I possibly can until I get somewhere higher. For those of you out there who don't know, I am a professional wrestler, and I used to be amateur MMA fighter way back in the day with my friend Justin. We used to do MMA stuff in the Taekwondo gym. We used to practice all sorts of crazy moves. We used to fight. We used to do a whole bunch of stuff, and I mean, nothing pro or whatever, but we come from that root, so I'm doing professional wrestling now, and it's incredibly hard. It's not as easy as people think, you know what I mean? And personally, for me, I'm enjoying my time in the independent circuit. I mean, everybody starts off in the indies somehow, right? Like rock stars, or should I say rock bands, they start off and playing in people's garages, and, they end up going to local bars, and they start getting gigs here and there. Same thing with rappers, right? Underground rappers, they start off and rapping in bars, they rap in alleyways, they rap, wherever they can get to, Same thing with fashion designers, they start off going to warehouses and garages trying to sell products. So everybody starts off at the bottom. I am in no way, shape, or form rich or prosperous, because I actually still struggle, and you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. I would much rather be poor than dead. which is why I love indie wrestling, because I get to showcase my talent, I get to perfect my talent, and a lot of people often say, "Oh, wrestling is easy, anybody can do it." You know what I mean? It's not really easy. It requires a lot of mental and physical skill. You know, you can't really just go in there and not be acrobatic or talented or any sense. You know, knowing the philosophy and the psychology of it. So, it's brutal, and I've gotten my ass kicked so many times, but I love I really love what I do. I would never change it for the world. Hopefully one day I will be in the WWE. One day, I mean, we can only wish, you know what I mean? I'm really working hard for that. How long do I plan on doing it? Until I finally get, a shot to go in the big leagues. And even then, I'm not gonna stop doing YouTube. I'm not gonna stop recording for you guys. I fucking love what I do. You know, I'm a human being. I'm gonna continue to do this until the day I die. And even after I'm dead, I'm probably still gonna have more stuff come out. Like, I'll have somebody upload it or something. I don't know. But honestly, I really love what I do, and I don't plan on stopping. So, to answer your second question, how many quote unquote bitches have I smashed? Well, if you're talking about how many girls I've had sex with, a real man and a real woman never reveal their numbers. So, that question is going to remain unknown. To answer your third question, WWE, what will I do to stand out? Well, I will do anything and everything to make sure that I solidify myself in that business, because I just don't want to be in that business and just be there to collect the paycheck. I want to be there to perfect my talent. I want to be there to showcase my talent. I want to be there to have 5-star matches. I want to be there to entertain, put smile on people's faces just like I do here. And I'm going to work myself to the bone doing it, honestly. I come from nothing. I still have nothing, but I appreciate that, because like I just said, I'd rather be poor than dead. But yeah, I mean, WWE, it's going to be a long road to get there. I have my faith in Christ and God, so hopefully things will turn out for the better. So, to answer your fourth question, who will win in a Taekwondo fight, me or you? Honestly, if this is Taekwondo rules, you would win. I mean, you have a black belt in Taekwondo. I don't have a black belt in Taekwondo. So if this was Taekwondo rules, Taekwondo atmosphere, you would totally decimate me in Taekwondo. Now, if this was street rules, we were in the street, we just bumped into each other, and yo, motherfucker. I think, I'm sorry, but I think I would have the upper hand on that. Sorry, man. I mean, it wouldn't be no damn Taekwondo rules, kick me in the head and just stand back a few feet and then go again. This is like strictly, fucking blood sport, Jean-Claude Van Damme type fights, and I think I would, pulling a Cell quote right now, I would beat your face into the ground. Sorry, Justin. To answer your fifth question, if I had the rights to Dragon Ball Z, what would I do? Holy shit, man. I mean, I've answered this question so many times, but I'll answer it again. I would do everything, like legitimately. I would reintroduce Birusu and Birusu and Whis, possibly have them fuse into Wills or whatever. I would introduce the fusions again, reintroduce Gogeta. I would have Super Saiyan Future Trunks come back as a Super Saiyan 3. I would have some of the old enemies come back for one more shot at fighting the Z fighters like Broly, Cell, Frieza, Bojack, Janemba, possibly including the GT characters. Imagine if Baby absorbed Super Buu and Janemba. For example, Super Buu absorbed Janemba and then Baby absorbed Janembu. You're going to have Super Baby Janembu. That would be unimaginable. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Super Saiyan 5 Goku, Super Saiyan God Goku. I mean, I would reintroduce and I would do everything to make sure the show is as awesome as it can be. Reintroduce, like I said, the gods, and include all of the new gods from the other universes and stuff like that, because I think that'll play a very critical role in the actual series. I would actually reintroduce new fusions, have Gotenks as an adult, all sorts of stuff. I mean, trust me, guys, I read your comments, and I do read a lot of your stuff that you send me, and a lot of you guys have such great fucking opinions and great stories, but you know what? In the end, the only person that you should really be sending these ideas to is Akira Toriyama, because you're sending it to me and I'm reading it and I really love it, but I'm not Akira Toriyama. I can't make it happen. I mean, I really wish I had the power to do that, which is why I keep telling you guys to spread my videos, because my ultimate goal is to make sure that I reach Akira Toriyama and I show him that, hey, listen, man, we're Dragon Ball Z fans and we still want more. So hopefully one day, but I mean, at this point, it is what it is. I mean, Dragon Ball Z still stands at the pinnacle, and there's a lot more to come, so we're going to have to see. To answer your sixth question, my thoughts on the new Samsung Galaxy S5, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Supposedly, I also heard that the phone is going to have wireless charging. If you're able to charge your phone wirelessly, I mean, that's amazing, because you don't have to just keep standing next to a fucking outlet, having to pray that your phone charges all the way. You can just plug your phone somewhere and then bam, you're charging it. You know what I mean? Absolutely amazing. I feel like the fingerprint detection bullshit is just another way for the NSA to cope and watch you and whatever, but I think that's incredible. I really do think that's incredible. The phone is going to be terrific. Supposedly, the actual CPU core has been upgraded a lot, so you're able to store a hell of a lot more stuff. The camera has been upgraded. Everything about the Samsung Galaxy S5 just screams perfection, and I really can't wait for it. I mean, I actually am thinking about converting from an iPhone to a Samsung, but I mean, I need to know from you guys, what do you think is better, Samsung or Apple? Because I've been an iPhone guy for a very long time, and I don't want to go into a new product without having my music, because I do have iTunes or whatever. I don't want to lose my music. I don't want to lose my pictures. So I want to know from you guys, like Samsung Galaxy S5 or iPhone 6, even though it hasn't been revealed. I'm pretty sure it will be. And to answer your final question, thoughts on Poodles, it's a very great concept, and I really can't wait to shoot more with Poodles, to do more with Poodles, because I think Poodles is a very interesting character. As stupid as it sounds, as stupid as it may be, it's very, very cool. So I'm a huge fan of Poodles. So thank you for the questions, Mr. TKD Rebounds, and hopefully I will never see your face again. And now moving on to the next question, which is from...
Hey, what's up, Alec? A few questions this week. Question number 1. What's the biggest spider you've ever seen? Question number 2. If you could have any celebrity as a teacher, who would it be? Question number 3. If you could visit any country in the world, what would it be? Question number 4. If you could have any superhero as a parent, who would it be? Number 5. Have you ever had the courage to ask out the girl you like? Question number 6. Did she reject you? Answering all my questions, Alex. I'll see you next week.
Okay, so why is Shakira playing in the background? I mean... Danny, if you watch this, I apologize. You might have just killed Danny right now. I mean, that's like his weakness. I mean, literally, if you play Shakira around Danny Law, he will literally collapse in tears and probably puke up blood and just die. I mean, oh my god. But thank you for the questions, man. I really appreciate it. All right, well, to answer your first question, what was the biggest spider I've ever seen? I've never really seen a huge, colossal spider in my life. I saw one in my bathroom a very long time ago. It was like camouflage. Like, this motherfucker was like on the wall. He wasn't moving. Like, ironically enough, I mean, here's the story. I was taking a poop, and I looked at my wall real quick, and I kind of like saw something, but like, do you know when you see something on the corner of your eye, you automatically pick it up rather than just like staring at the wall? So I saw something on the corner of my eye just move, and I looked, and I was staring at the wall to see what it was. And there I saw like this multi-legged, huge, like, fucking spider the size of like 3/4. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was like white, and it had like really long, nasty ass legs. Honestly, it looked fucking poisonous. And I quickly just rolled up my toilet paper, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna crush your ass. Like, literally, it was about to be a fucking like hardcore match between me and this fucking spider. And I remember killing it. Like, well, first I crushed it to death, like, against the wall, and then I scooped it up, and I remember looking at it, like, within the tissue, and it looked so nasty. It had, like, this green shit coming out, and, like, this, like, red shit. I mean, obviously it was blood, but, like, it had, like, green stuff coming out, and yellow stuff, and red stuff. I was like, what the? This is poisonous. Like, if that shit were to bit me, I probably would have, like, gone down and, like, just probably lost my leg or something. It really freaked me out. But, I mean, other than that, it hasn't really been that many, so... especially huge, like, so. To answer your second question, if I could have any celebrity as a teacher, who would it be? That's a very good question. There's not a lot of celebrities that are, passionate about what they do, nor are they good people. If I could have any celebrity as a teacher, there are a few, and they're not really quote unquote. Well, some of them are, top notch celebrities. One of them would happen. Well, I'm trying to think. All right. Well, one celebrity would be The Rock, because I feel like he would motivate me a lot in terms of the physical fitness aspect of life. He would really coach me on that, and I really need that. You know what I mean? Like, I really want to know the ins and outs of working out in terms of all of the highly advanced stuff. And having him as a motivational workout partner would be amazing. So I think that's definitely one. Another person would be now correct me if I pronounce his name wrong. Neil deGrasse, I believe it is. He is an astrophysicist. I do want to learn more in terms of the cosmos, and there was an actual TV show that came out not too long ago called Cosmos, and I do want to learn more in terms of the outer space philosophy side of things. You know what I mean? Like, I do want to learn more about how planets work, white dwarfs, brown dwarfs, Planet X if it's out there, you know, it's like just the whole shebang. You know, I'm really curious on that. Another celebrity that I would want to have as a teacher would probably be, I don't know. I mean, this is having to choose the last celebrity would be kind of difficult, but I would have to say probably Vince McMahon from wrestling, WWE. The reason why I would want to have Vince McMahon as my teacher, I mean, primarily is because of business. I really want to learn how it's like, you know, be running a giant industry and being a Mongol in terms of, you know, the actual business aspect. I do want to learn more about how businesses work and in terms of financing and all that kind of stuff. Vince McMahon would be a great teacher because right now he's teaching Triple H, and Triple H is, you know, learning very, very quickly. And I think having Vince McMahon as a teacher would be great, and he would actually teach you. I think he would teach me more than anybody else, to be honest. So. To answer your third question, if I can visit any country, what would it be? I would actually want to visit Australia, Europe, parts of South America, Germany, the Netherlands, Poland, Greece, Italy, just, you know, the whole European side. I mean, I would love to go to Japan. So there isn't really a nation or a country that I wouldn't want to visit. But right now, currently, I wouldn't want to visit anybody because the whole, you know, stuff going on with Russia and the Ukraine is really not looking too good, you know, on the eastern side of the world. So, I mean, hopefully nothing happens, but I mean, as of right now, I mean, I wouldn't want to go anywhere. I would much rather wait. To answer your fourth question, who would I want to have in terms of superheroes as parents? I would want to have Batman as a dad and probably Wonder Woman as a mom, because Batman would teach me how to be fucking smart to the core, and he would teach me how to be a fucking martial arts expert, whereas as opposed to Wonder Woman, she would teach me the softer side of life, and she would teach me how to be fucking like hardcore, like how to take a hit and come back, you know what I mean? I think Batman and Wonder Woman would be great. Aside from that, in terms of another parent, I would have to say Superman and Black Widow. I think Black Widow would teach me how to be a terrific spy and a terrific counter artist, whereas opposed to Superman would teach me how to be a Superboy, you know what I mean? Like just invincible to every single extent. So to answer your fifth question, have I ever had the courage to ask a girl out? Yes, I have. And to follow up with that question, have I ever been rejected? Yes, I have. It's happened many, many times in the past, and it is what it is. It actually worked out a few times, and I'm very grateful of it. And sometimes not so much, you know. But when life smacks you in the face, you gotta learn to get up, man. And some people are going to say, oh, Alex, you're really good looking. So what? You know, like, that doesn't really get you anywhere. If I get rejected, anybody can get rejected. It happens, but, you know, all you have to do is just swallow the bitter pill and just move on with life. So, but thank you for the questions, man. It really means a lot, and I really hope you have a great day, bro. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Tomo559. Hey, Alex, Tom from the UK here again with some more questions. Here we go, Tom. Question number 1. What next-gen games are you most excited for this year? Question 2. How powerful would Super Saiyan 3 Teen Gohan be? Question 3. If you was to visit Britain, Whereabouts would you go? Question 4. Have you ever watched Top Gear, the UK show? Question 5. Would you like GTA 5 to come for the next gen? Question 6. What do you think about Titanfall overall after you've played the beta? Question 7. What do you think will be game of the year this year? I think either Titanfall, Destiny, or The Division. Thanks for answering my questions, man. Have a great day. Have a great day as well, Tom. To answer your first question, what games am I most excited for? All right, well, here's my little list. Tom Clancy's The Division, The Evil Within, The Forest, Dying Light. You have Destiny. You have, let's see, what else is coming out this year? The new Batman game. But I'm not so excited about that as the other games. And as of right now, that's pretty much it. I'm really excited for E3 this year because I really want to see what they're going to do. Other games that I'm excited for are Watch Dogs and stuff like that. So there are a lot of great games coming out this year, you know what I mean? Next year is going to be a different story, but as of right now, those are the games that I'm really excited for. Especially for Dying Light and The Evil Within. I'm a huge survival horror fan, and those games are going to be absolutely terrific because they're going to tell a great story, and they're overall the entire game or games, should I say, as a whole are going to be fantastic. So I really can't wait. To answer your third question, how powerful would Super Saiyan 3 Teen Gohan be? Ooh, that's a good question. I do think he would be very, very powerful. But would he be stronger than Goku? That's really hard to say because Majin Vegeta was stronger than Teen Gohan. Super Saiyan 2 Goku was stronger than Teen Gohan. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta was stronger than Teen Gohan. So I would have to say that even if Gohan was able to turn Super Saiyan 3, I do believe the adults would still be more powerful. I do believe that Super Saiyan 3 Goku would be more powerful. I do believe Mystic Gohan would still be more powerful. And even if Vegeta became a Super Saiyan 3, I do believe he would be more powerful as well. Just because those guys have such strategic minds and they have such a unique fighting sense, you know, like it's really hard to topple. So even if Gohan became a Super Saiyan 3, I do believe he wouldn't fare up against the adults. To answer your third question, if I were to visit Britain, where would I go? I would want to go to London, Amsterdam, and probably that's it in terms of like the major parts. If there's any other part of, you know, Britain that I would want to visit, I mean, by all means, just let me know in the comment section below on like which part I should go to. But I would really want to visit a lot of different parts of Britain because it's a very unique place to me, you know what I mean? Just like where some people in Britain think it's, you know, America's a very unique place. Well, I think Britain and London and the entire UK as a whole is just, you know, a very unique place. So, I mean, as of right now, I can't give you a definitive answer, but those would be the first two places I would go. To answer your fourth question, have I ever watched Top Gear? I've watched maybe like about 2 or 3 episodes. My friend Omar, Contagious Viper, is a very big fan on Top Gear. He always tells me to watch the show. Honestly, I just don't have time to watch the show. I really wish I did. And it's very interesting because I saw an episode where I think it was the helicopter versus the car in terms of like getting to like one place to another, like which you know, machine would get there faster, you know, the plane or the car. It was really interesting. So, yeah, I mean, like, just Top Gear as a whole, I haven't watched a lot of it, but I have watched a few episodes, and it really looks engaging, to be honest. So, I really have to step my game up and start watching more of that. To answer your fifth question, what would I like to see in GTA 5 in terms of next gen? Well, first of all, would I like to see it on the next gen? Absolutely. I mean, GTA 5 to me was made for the next gen. It wasn't supposed to be for these current gen consoles. I mean, I don't understand why. I don't know. I mean, it just really irritates me to know that GTA 5 would occupy both consoles if it were to come out for the PS4 and Xbox One. I mean, who knows? I mean, it might still come out for the next-gen consoles, but we're going to have to wait and see, and I really hate to wait, man, because I really want to see the game come out already. I mean, transfer all my data and just go back online and just wreak havoc. That's really what I want to do, so... To answer your sixth question, my thoughts on Titanfall. Titanfall is such a fantastic game. except I feel like there's certain things missing about Titanfall, to be honest. There are certain things that I feel like Titanfall is lacking, and as of right now, it's very, very, very fun, and I can't get enough of Titanfall, to be honest. In terms of the actual game as a whole, I really can't wait for them to have new DLC, because I really want to see what other stuff they're going to add. But aside from that, Titanfall right now is way better than Ghosts, so... And to answer your final question, what do I think is going to be game of the year? I can't really say that until the year is over, because there are such great games, that are coming out, that have come out. So, honestly, as of right now, I'm going to have to say either South Park: The Stick of Truth or Infamous Second Son as of right now. But I mean, I'm sure that's going to change as the year progresses, because there are going to be some terrific games that will drop. So, I mean, I don't know. Destiny is definitely going to be one to remember. But as of right now, I can't give you a definitive answer just because it's too early. So, but anyways, Tom, I really hope you have a great day, man. And thank you for the questions, my friend. And now moving on to I'm actually quite a little hungry right now. Fuck! I'm craving cheeseburgers for some reason. Moving on to the next question, which is from Rage Vector. Hey, Alex, once again, how's it going? It's going pretty good. I mean, last week I kind of had the sniffles and shit. I thought I was going to get sick, but it is what it is. I wanted to thank you for answering my questions. It really means a lot to me. No problem, man. Last time I had a few more questions to ask, but I thought that 5 were already too many, so I didn't ask anymore. But here are the other ones I wanted to ask you. Question number 1, do you think that if Vegeta and Goku both went Super Saiyan God and then fused into Super Saiyan God to go Vegeta, they can beat Bills? Question 2, what would have happened if a God made a bet with Goku that if he can defeat him, he could take his ability to go Super Saiyan, and Goku had... Well, damn. I mean... Isn't that what... Alright, well, I'll get into that right now. Question 3, how is life there in Brooklyn? Terrible. I have a cousin there, but I don't talk to her as much. Question 4, do you think that Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 can defeat Broly? Thank you very much for answering my questions, and sorry if I sent this message too soon, but I just wanted to ask if... Well, I want to ask you those last few questions. Anyways, keep up the good work, and also have an awesome day. Thank you, man. It really means a lot. Alright, well, to answer your first question, alright, well... Going based off of Akira Toriyama's interview not too long ago, if you had to measure up power levels between Whis, Birusu, and Goku, this is how it would boil down to. Now, let's say on a 1 to 10, Bills was ranked number 10. Super Saiyan God Goku is ranked 6. So that right there just goes to show you that Birusu would crush Goku even in his Super Saiyan God form regardless. Akira Toriyama said between that and Whis would be about a 15. That is colossal. I mean, as you saw in Battle of Gods, Whis took down Bills so easily, it wasn't even a challenge. So, number 1, Goku alone and Vegeta alone aren't able to defeat Whis or Birusu without even having to fuse. Now, if Gogeta were to make a introduction as a Super Saiyan God, I do believe that Gogeta as a Super Saiyan God would be able to defeat Bills, but it will boil down to Whis. Would he be able to defeat Whis? Damn, that is such a great question, because in terms of Birusu is such a powerful but yet benevolent god. I'm pretty sure Gogeta would, he would actually have his money worth. I would actually leave it at that. But Whis, man, Whis is just too much. I have no idea. Between Gogeta and Whis, I can't begin to tell you who would win that fight. But Gogeta and Birusu, I do believe Gogeta would win. Bar none. I mean, if Goku's a 6 while in his Super Saiyan God form, I'm pretty sure Gogeta would be around maybe 13 to 15, give or take. I'm not entirely sure, but if you had to rank it that way, I'm pretty sure he'd be far above Bills. To answer your second question, I'm actually thinking about food. That's why I said make. Can you make me a burger? To answer your second question, if a god were to make a bet with Goku and Goku lost, isn't that what kind of happened in Battle of Gods? We said, oh, well, if you can defeat Bills, I'll make you the god of destruction, and Goku said no. Either way, Goku does not stand the chance against any of the gods. That's without question. So, Goku fighting the gods, I mean, Goku really needs to up his training up. I mean, even though Goku thought that he was the most powerful and Vegeta thought he was the most powerful, not in this universe. I mean, as you guys saw, they fought some of the best and they got beaten down. So, in terms of any god making a bet with Goku, Goku would lose unless, of course, he was able to master his abilities, which I really doubt because he was really disappointing when he transformed into a Super Saiyan God. But either way, I mean, Goku is a very brilliant fighter, but against the gods, he would lose all chances of any bet that he even makes with any god. So, to answer your third question, how is life in Brooklyn? Well, it's quite poor. I mean, I don't know what to say. Whoever your cousin is, I think you should actually get in touch with her because it's not really right not to get in touch with family. I mean, it is what it is, right? But you never turn your back on family, even if they do. So in terms of going back to Brooklyn, Brooklyn is, like I said, I'm just waiting for the weather to get better. Life over here is really difficult because you live in New York City, so everything's more expensive. I'm responsible for paying for my car, for bills, for rent. It hits me a lot. So it is what it is to a certain extent. I wouldn't advise living here due to the fact that everybody is a follower. It sucks for me to say that. I wish everybody was a leader, but not every person is born to be a leader. And the fact that everything is so damn expensive here makes you want to just like kick somebody in the face. But it is what it is, I guess you could say. No complaints from me. And to answer your final question, do I think Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 can defeat Broly? Absolutely, because all you mentioned was Broly. You didn't really say any other level of Broly's like Super Saiyan 3 Broly. If it was SS3 Broly versus SS3 Vegeta, Broly would win. Broly is just raw power. Vegeta is a very strategic fighter and he would have the upper hand, but Broly in terms of raw power and strength would just like decimate Vegeta. I mean, there would be no fucking remains left of him. But that would be a great fight. They ought to make a movie of that. Broly returns for the fucking fourth time. Except this time, he's a Super Saiyan 3 and he fights Vegeta and Goku. I mean, I'm telling you, that would be sick. But in terms of Vegeta fighting regular Broly, absolutely. Especially in the Super Saiyan 3 form, he would dominate. So, anyways, Mr. Vector, thank you for the questions, man. I really hope you have a great and warm day, man. And now, moving on to the next question, which is from Guard Dam. Oh, wow, that's a very interesting name. Question number 1. What does Titanfall remind you of? For me, it's like Pacific Rim, but only a pilot and no kaiju. Question 2, are you happy that in DBZ Battle of Gods 2, Vegeta is the main character? For me, I love it because Vegeta is my favorite. Question 3, who is your favorite WWE superstar? I am The Miz because he is awesome. Question 4, The Shield or the Wyatt family? Question 5, Alex, I don't have an original CD of all of my games and I can't connect with my Xbox Live. It does not have a mic, but I hope someday I can play with you. Question 6, Miz show, Jerry's show. For me, everything could... Wait, what? But I like Miz show, The Miz, and The Big Show over Chris Jericho. Oh, now I see where you're coming from. All right. Question 7, GTS or 619. Final question, what is your favorite FPS? For me, I don't know. I have to be Titanfall. Can't connect, but I don't have a mic. But I think Titanfall by the look of it. Well... Alright, well, to answer your first question, what does Titanfall remind me of? Titanfall reminds me of a little bit of Transformers and Pacific Rim, just like what you said, except no kaiju. I actually love the fact that you can utilize the Titans the way you want. It's actually very awesome, and it's very cool. So for me, it does remind me of Transformers just because of the whole chaotic scenario when you're fighting and you're doing all sorts of stuff. It does remind me of Pacific Rim, but just the robots aren't bigger than the buildings and the fact that there are no monsters. So, but Titanfall is just, guys, I'm telling you, for those of you out there who haven't checked out my Titanfall episodes, you might as well just go on ahead and check it out because it's phenomenal. The game is awesome. So, to answer your second question, am I happy that in Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods 2, Vegeta is the main character? Abso-fucking-lutely. Vegeta deserves some glory. Vegeta deserves to have a moment for himself. And I do believe that Vegeta definitely deserves to be a Super Saiyan God, or even better, a Super Saiyan 3, because he's busted his ass for this long, and I do believe he deserves glory and honor and blood. And having to see him fight Birusu is going to be very interesting if he does fight Birusu. And I think that should actually happen. You know, have Goku fight Whis and have Vegeta fight Birusu. I think that right there should set up for a great fucking film. But thank God Akira Toriyama is actually accepting and acknowledging Vegeta, because he hasn't been doing that for years now, and finally he's actually accepting him as one of the greats, and I'm actually very happy. So to answer your third question, who's my favorite WWE superstar? I have a few. I have Daniel Bryan, I have Triple H, I have The Undertaker, I have Dean Ambrose, I have Seth Rollins, I have Luke Harper, I have Bray Wyatt. You know, those guys are incredible. I mean, despite everything and anything, those guys to me are my favorite, to be honest, and that's why I watch WWE today, along with Dolph Ziggler and Cesaro and Randy Orton. I mean, I love almost every WWE superstar just because they're charismatic and very unique. So, The Miz, I'm not too much of a big fan for The Miz, honestly. I think he's awful rather than awesome. I don't know, man. Why do you like The Miz so much is my question. I mean, that's my little question to you. To answer your fourth question, The Shield or the Wyatt family? That's a freaking good question. I would have to say, well, I love the Shield, but for me, I would have to say the Wyatt family, just because they're unpredictable and they can attack anybody, and their promos are amazing. Their entrance is awesome. So I would have to say the Wyatt family by a hair in terms of like looks, entrance, mystique. But I would also have to say the Shield in terms of pure skill and wrestling ability, because those guys can really go, except for Roman Reigns. But Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are just phenomenal. Those guys are just, they ought to be world champions, just like Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. Rowan, not so much. Eric Rowan, I think he needs to improve a little more. But aside from that, I would have to say the Wyatt family. To answer your fifth question, how do you expect to play with me if you don't have Xbox Live, man? I mean, first you have to connect with Xbox Live, get a mic, and then we can play. I mean, it's not impossible. It's possible, but you really ought to connect to Xbox Live, man. That's something that you're really missing out on. To answer your sixth question, The Miz or Big Show or Chris Jericho? I would have to say Jericho and Big Show for me, just because Jericho is a better wrestler than Miz, and Jericho is a better, he has better mic skills than Miz. So I would have to say Jericho and Big Show. To answer your seventh question, GTS or 619, I would have to say GTS. And to finally answer your last question, favorite FPS game, I don't have a favorite because there are a lot of them that I like. But I would have to say Titanfall and Battlefield 4, to be honest. Those games are just mind-blowing. I mean, literally, in every aspect of the word, those games are what make FPS games awesome. So I would have to say Titanfall and Battlefield 4 are my favorite FPS games as of right now. So, but thank you for the questions, man. I really hope you have a great day and stay warm, because I don't know where you're from, but I'm hoping it's not snowing. That's the last thing we all need. So have a great day, man. Anyways, everybody, thank you all for watching this week's episode of Fan Mail of the Week. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all the latest news, information, and updates. If you guys enjoyed the episode, as always, please don't forget to hit it up with a like and a favorite. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Send in your questions for next week's episode. I would much rather preferably like you guys to send it in video format. There is a reason why I'm asking you guys to send it in video format, and you will see exactly why. So I really hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned for more. I hope you guys have been enjoying the series and the episodes thus far that I've been bringing out to you. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more, and I'll be seeing you all later. Take care, everybody. Peace.